Hey, so this is part 4 of Mr. Arizona. Where I left off in the other video was I had looked at his rap sheet, which I said was about 2, 3, 4 pages long on the internet, open to the public. And I had come to the conclusion that I knew why he ran from his state to suddenly visit here in Georgia.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
Sorry. So, what I gathered after looking at the records of him and his wife being in court so much for so many different things, like I said, it was like evictions, theft, stuff from DHS, in regards to the kids, probation violations, domestic violence. It was all kinds of stuff, okay? And I said, I had a video call with him. Excuse me. And you have to pay for those calls. You have to pay for those calls. Either they have to have money to call out on their account, or either you have to have money and set up this whole account in order to call in. So I set up the video call, and I told him, I said, I figured something out. I said, that wasn't the police that woke you up with a gun to your face telling you got to get out. Because that story just didn't make sense. Never bought it, okay? I was just listening. I said, it was your wife. You did something at home that caused such a stir that she woke you up at gunpoint and told you to get out of her house. And that's why you grabbed your stuff and ran. And when I told him that, he was like, I was like, I figured it out. Don't even worry about it. And I said, good luck to you and your journey. I really wish I could get my money back that I have wasted on these calls. I said, I hope this whole case works out for you, and you get the money, the unspecified amount of money that you thought that you were going to get. I hope you get it, and just stay strong. Don't drop the soap. That was all I could do. So he kept trying to reach out to me, was having people reach out to me to say, oh, he wants to call you. Oh, please talk to him. He wants to talk to you. And, he's got this and got that. And sending me these messages of when he's going to be out and all that other stuff. So lo and behold, the time that he was supposed to be released from this specific case, he had to be back in court like maybe a week later, maybe 2 weeks later. And this I'm trying to, pop off my memory because it's been some years. And again, I looked it up because I kept looking at the trail of what was going to happen with these court cases, because he had about 3 cases that were still like open and unfinished, or not settled, not closed, and they had like continuing dates. So for him to get in trouble while he was there and having all those cases open, and was already on probation because I guess he had so many cases, of course they're looking to throw you back in jail. So exactly what I thought. He had to go back to jail. And guess who was at court present with him? Because in the court notes, it'll say who's present for court, if they have an attorney, if there's a family member, if it's the wife, and then it'll say where they were residing, because they'd have to report in to where they were residing, and it says what the case is for, and what they handled and what the judgment was. So his wife was with him in court because he went back home. His wife was with him in court, and he had to report back to, well, not report, they took him back into custody, and his release date was 2 years later from the day that they took him into custody for the court date. So I was like, hot dog. This is why you have to look up all of their information, because people will leave you dangling. They'll just give you just a little bit of info and have you chasing that carrot, trying to get the rest of it. But you have to think, you have to be smart, and you have to put 2 and 2 together, 4 and 4 together. You have to put all of this information together. You can't just be gullible and just go, well, he said, that this was it, or she said that the only thing she got to do is this, and the only thing I got to do is that. And no, sir, no, ma'am, you have to do your research. I promise you, when that 2 years passed, did he not get on social media and send me a message on Messenger, some stupid crap like, the first thing to forgiveness is not having to explain what happened and say I'm sorry, or some BS like that. I didn't even respond. I did not even respond. Then waited some time and tried to send me some pictures to say, I'm doing better or whatever. Man, bye. Goodbye. I was too through. So, yeah, after that whole journey, I felt like such a fool for wasting months talking to him and listening to this garbage. Now, in the same token, it was a tad bit entertaining, because I didn't have to deal with it. I didn't have to take this on long term. I didn't have to take this on long term, because I was smart enough to know that I can get this information for free. And knowing his history from back in the 90s, honey, I can't trust you no farther than I can throw you. Okay? So, yeah, I'm just, I won't say all people's circumstances in getting locked up are all criminal. Some people are innocent. Some people have been locked up wrongly. There have been some instances where people have had to fight, for their innocence and things like that. But when people have rap sheets that's 2, 3, and 4 pages long, that all that possibility and all those instances and stories and could be's and ifs are out the window. Out the window, and you need to turn around and walk away. Turn around and walk away. Wash your hands. Let them get themselves together, and bye-bye. That person is not for you. I don't need anybody that has a record, and no. And doing all that lying and stuff, no. That was not for me. So, hopefully this will help somebody and save somebody from making an even bigger mistake. Yeah. So, until the next story.